Hello Kilobotters, GTPO provided a Dead Space 3 giveaway code that you can download through Origin. The code is this, B8KB-2ZNH-L7M4-3HKQ-6HEN. The first person to do this is the winner. You're welcome. Enjoy your lives.
It's happening again. Everyone's dying around me.
We're the only hope of saving our entire race. But there is no hope, Isaac.
It is do or die. We're stuck without your help. Are you with me? Are you with me?
Just three friends having a good time.
Having a good time.
I can't believe how much I love you guys.
I love you guys so much.
What a
And-
fake group of bullshit.
More in love with myself.
We know that. Hi, I'm Kat.
I'm Mike.
I'm Jay.
And today we're reviewing Dead Space 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bow! Boom! 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 Boom!
3 kilobytes has lost it. Fucking. Please.
Look at this. This game made Cat
What
hysterical.
happened?
For the record, the Dead Space games have always scared the bejesus out of me, and I tried to play this. I lasted like 10 minutes. The first time a bad guy came out,
Dead Space 3 takes place about 2 months after the events of Dead Space 2, but before you play that, it goes back 200 years in a prologue little episode that's really fun to play, but it's not the Dead Space that we know and love. It's like this action-packed Michael Bay thing that it's turned into. Some elements in there that, like, oh yes, you remember from Dead Space and like the camera being all dynamic and moving around Isaac, but it kind of pushed it too far where everything was a cutscene the first hour or so.
The story in this is kind of like confusing.
It's confusing.
And then it's not there at times, and then you're just on that ship. I don't want to give too much away, but it really feels like they had all these ideas left over from the first 2 games.
You're like, we'll just put them all together.
I think it was funny though that story-wise, that Ellie moved on from Isaac, is not really with Isaac anymore, but is with this new dude, and the whole time during the game, this new dude hates you.
When does it get back to its horror roots?
So it's survival horror roots.
Yeah.
Probably 3 hours in.
The problem with
long.
this game is it's kind of lost its identity.
What I don't understand with like Resident Evil and this now, why does the action supposed to survival horror sell more? I don't get it, because I prefer survival horror supposed to action that's just mind-numbing. So I don't get why the masses enjoy that more than this. Is it because it's too scary?
For me,
And-
it's just too scary, yeah. But I mean, the beginning scared me, and
I
that
don't
was
know.
the
I just
action
think,
part.
Like,
Let's
what's
do that.
next? Like, Amnesia is gonna have like a friggin' like explosions and shit. There's a niche, and Dead Space filled that niche, and then it just said "fuck you" to that niche, and that's why everyone's frustrated.
Yeah, and that's like something that you have to be very careful with.
They added crouching, which has never been in a Dead Space game, so you can actually use cover and spit all over your co-hosts. You can use cover. Catch it, boys. When you crouch behind like a block or something, it feels like Gears of War. New thing that I absolutely love, and I giggled to myself every time I use it, is the scavenger bot. It's this little device that you have to put down, and it's a little robot that just scavenges bits and parts that will become useful later, and it automatically ships it to the workbench when you upgrade your weapon. And that's another huge new thing about Dead Space 3 is the weapon upgrades have just leaps and bounds from the other Dead Space games. You can basically make your own type of gun set. You can find little pieces and parts and just combine them like Lego and make a whole new gun. So that's the replay value in this game, is you want to go back, get the parts again,
Different gun.
and then upgrade that gun.
But the co-op is a totally different beast on its own. And I'm going to say that the co-op in this is amazing to play.
I had fun playing co-op with Tony the Tiger more than just playing by myself single player, because even when you play by
It's
yourself,
almost like your real life.
even when you play by yourself, it's not scary, but for some reason it works with 2 people because you're solving puzzles together. And
I mean,
Well, not
I would
only
like
that-
that better.
No, but not only that, there's moments when I noticed you were down a hallway, and then you had to run to each other and help each other, and it was scary because like you were worried he was going to die or you were going to die.
the enemies are tougher too, of course, when there's 2 players.
Harder,
All right.
faster, stronger.
Stronger, reanimated, my dick.
Oh. How does this game look? Is it better looking than the
Well,
last one? About the same?
we played it on PC, and I know a lot of PC fanboys are like, oh my god, it's just a port of the consoles. And to be honest, it is.
It is true. I can't really name a better looking console game right now. It looks pretty damn good on the consoles.
Nice. What about like voiceover and sound design? How is
Okay,
that?
so
Sound design's always amazing in Dead Space, and nothing's changed.
No,
here.
it's always
still
been
amazing.
really good.
I think the major issue with this game, and it's connected to the story, is there's so much backtracking. Once you hear this little chunk of story, you're like, oh, I did all that for that piece of story?
If you go back to the first and second games, think about how many times you did go back and forth.
But for some reason, that
And this
worked.
First game, guess what you're on? One ship.
Yeah.
And you feel like you're lost in that ship.
Dead Space is about like dark, creepy corridors and hallways, and this is like so open, and you're in the snow, and it's like most of the time in the game, it's like you're in a blizzard.
Cool things that they've done with that idea. You have to actually keep your body heat up by going to different fires that are around in the land. That's awesome.
Having a good friend.
Having a good friend. That's amazing.
Warm you up. Warm you.
But it's not Dead Space.
What's your overall then?
I give it an 8 out of 10. I still think it's up there with like survival horror. It's like a lot of people are bashing it because it's so action-packed.
It's so scary still though.
But let's be honest, when it gets to the scary points in the game, it is still scary. I hope that next gen, they go back to their roots and really make just a single ship level where it's just really intense lighting. You know what I mean? With the next gen, they could really knock it out of the park with the 7.1 and the lighting systems in the next gen.
I had at launch with the Ouya. I give this also an 8 out of 10. A little bit too much backtracking for my liking. Backtracking that I feel like didn't work in this game. Just kind of moved away from its roots, and I'm all for innovation and changing things up, but this just didn't work in some parts.
So it is still an 8 out of 10 game.
Yeah,
like,
it
we're
is
not
8 out of
denying
10.
it's
Great
Dead
sound,
Space.
amazing
Yeah.
sound still, but
It's
yeah.
Dead Space,
So
but
should they buy it?
Do you have a friend to play?
Yeah.
Co-op? Yes.
Then, yes.
Yeah. Why did they take away the multiplayer from Dead Space 2?
No one played
because
it.
they put the co-op in.
But like, it's weird. It's like they had that, because some people actually really enjoyed that.
All right, that's it.
Okay, bye.
That's it.
That's it. I'm sick
Like
of you.
the video, subscribe, follow us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Anything else you want them to do? So I do a 365-day long vlog. I'm on day, I don't know, 20-something by the time you see this. Kat and Mike both show up in it. It's just basically following my life. So if you are interested in you want to see inspiring stuff, don't watch the vlog because that's not gonna. Well, it kind of happens. I made some people cry. Thanks.
Okay.
Link in the underbar. I'm gonna use this 1977 original Star Wars
Cum crusted pillowcase.
Oh.